Hello, my beautiful water signs. I'm channeling a message for you. Your spirit guides want to share with you what it is you need to hear right now. And what they're showing me, it's as if it's someone that is underwater, that feels like they're underwater, overwhelmed emotionally. There's too much going on. I'm just hearing there's too much, Elif. It's just too much. And I feel like I can't get my head above water. So, if you're not interested in tarot, channeled messages, spiritual readings, any of those things, goodbye. The oracle card, for those of you who are sticking around, who feel like this message, you're feeling called to it, the oracle card that I've pulled for you from my shadow and light oracle deck is Faceless Ghosts. You see that? You see how she's, it's as if there are these two people just staring into her and possibly whispering things into her ears. It's Faceless Ghosts and the Haunted Girl, ghost people. That's what your message is about. So what I'm going to do is, before I continue channeling, I'm going to read to you what this card is about, what the message of this card is. All right. So it's got the number 34. That's the number 7. 7 is the number of wisdom. I'm a life path number 7. That might resonate with some of you. But that's definitely what Spirit is highlighting for me. The life path, the number 7 is not, the purpose is not about ease. The purpose is about value and wisdom at all costs. People with the life path number 7 have chosen a very challenging journey here for the purpose of the soul's evolution. Life path number 7s are very wise. And it's not about the short-term goal, it's about the long-term goal. All right, so this is the message, ghost people. In this beautiful card, a lovely girl in the bare woods is being moved in on by 2 masked ghosts. They do not reveal their identity, but she can feel their presence strongly. She remains calm as she knows who they are. They are the Noperabo, the faceless ones, who have no features and who take on the form of others around them. They wear a variety of masks and they regularly take up a cause or identity without being aware of their own need to grow and learn themselves. Because of this, they seek out energy from others who are bright, strong, and real. Now they are seeking hers, and it is likely they are seeking yours. Now this could be, because I'm seeing that this, for some of you, this is spirits. This is a message. Your guides want to bring your awareness to spirits that are spirits, entities, non-physical beings that embody this energy. And it reminds me of when I was a little girl. I moved around a lot because we were homeless. Like we just squat here, there, wherever. My mother was a very bad alcoholic, no support, and so obviously we, with children, anyway, we were living in one of the many houses that we found ourselves in. And at this time, she was trying to maintain and keep a job. Being a single mom now, I can only imagine having 2 kids that need care. Who do you leave them with? You're working a minimum wage. Oh my gosh. Anyway, the point of the story, I'm going off track a bit. Maybe for good reason. Okay, Spirit usually does this. But when I was living in this one particular house, it had a long passage in Mitchell's Plain. Every couple of weeks, months, we were moving to a different location. So I lived all over so many places in Mitchell's Plain. But in this one particular house, it had a long passage. And I knew this house was haunted because I've been able to, I was born gifted. Anyway, this one particular night, my biological mother, because I was raised by a couple of different moms, foster mother, adopted, etc. But my biological mom was in a room that her sister was renting, and they were drinking together. They were drinking beers, having beers together, while my brother and I were in bed. And my mom, she's OCD, which probably contributed to her drinking. She had this habit of when she would, after she had a bath or washed or whatever, she would put on her clothing again, and when she was getting into bed, she would take it off, hang it over the chair or whatever's available close by neatly, and then put on a night dress. We were living in other people's homes, so obviously, didn't walk around in your sleep wear. And she was with her sister, and on this particular night, this entity came to put on her clothes after she had made her way back to the room. So she left her sister, came to where we were sleeping to come to sleep, took her clothing off that she was wearing, put on a night dress, and this entity put her clothes on and walked back down the passage to where her sister's room was. I knocked on the door. And when her sister said, "Come in Afrikaans," she opened the door and just stared at her. And she wondered why my mother has this weird look on her face, this expression that seemed like she was in a daze. She just stared at her. She asked her, "What do you want? Do you want a cigarette? What's going on with you?" And she was just staring at her, and closed the door and walked back down the passage to where we were. So anyway, they spoke about that later, and I was aware of this entity that lived in this house. Sometimes there are entities that will take the shape of or the form of familiar. So it could be a situation like that. But for some of you, this is also going to be around people in your life. Those people who wear masks. They are less interested in learning, getting to know themselves, integrating with themselves. They're more interested in being likable, in being what you want them to be. It's those people that when they're dating a new person, their personality changes, their interests change, how they dress changes. They're not the same person all the time. They shift their shape according to what they think the people that they want to use or want to feed off of might prefer. So these could be the types of energies that your guides are wanting to bring your awareness to. But these faceless ones are coming to me. So there is this energy of your guides wanting to highlight something, and this is the message. These faceless ones are coming to you, trying to take advantage of what they see as a moment of weakness. But do not fear them, as I know they are blank, formless, and simply taking on energy they can find. I know you know who you are. Your guides know who you are. We know who you are. And we clearly see that they do not. They don't know who you are. They don't know what they're dealing with. They are simply spirits who have lost their way. And so they feed off others. I may not be... Okay, so you may not be at your strongest this time. But you are stronger than you will ever will be. And they will not feed off of you. For you know who you are. As long as you know who you are. Okay, so that's the message here. This is a warning of sorts. So let me just see whether these are people, whether these are entities that you felt in your space, or whether you're wondering if you are being followed or tormented or fed off by people or spirits in your space. You will know this. You will be sensitive to that. there is a calling back to, this is happening so you can remember who you are. And that's what you want to give focus to.